So, KTT is here with Pianos by Paul in sunny California, and Paul is testing out the new assistant equipment for doing player installs. So using the Moondog, it's easy to just set the piano onto the skid board. Skid board's a little bit wider than a traditional one. Traditional one is 13 inches. This is 14, just to give a little bit more stability. And you can see on the ground that it actually sits 2 inches on each side, a little bit farther, so piano's nice and stable. So then what's left is to get the piano up onto the triangles to give just a little bit more working room when you're doing the install. So first of all, we're going to lift the piano, set it onto the triangles. And what works well with this is that if you do the treble in first, so put the lifter into the stop, and as you lift up, just push in with your foot a little bit, and that gets the wheels rolling. So on a regular skid board that's wooden, there is no slip, but on the steel, it doesn't hurt to be careful that way. The triangle is actually at 3 different heights, and what this is designed for is to set it onto the highest height, which gives you about a 12-inch rise on the piano. And then around to the back side. You need about 4 inches of, or 4 feet of clearance on each side, just to lay the lifter down and get the handle set lay flat. This new design of the lifter is just a little bit wider, so it will actually fit around the tail of the piano with the lid closed, give it a little bit more clearance, so that if you have to get the lifter just a little bit farther in, you do have a little extra room.
And the board that comes with it is expandable for larger pianos.
Right, so it adjusts in 6-inch increments from 5 feet to 7 feet is standard. And you can see that the weight is distributed onto the pads and down to the triangles. Now the brace, which is really one of the main things that this is designed for, is to keep the piano from being able to be pushed over. Paul's using the open lid method. So we have just this other little piece of wood there to provide some stability. Both of the pads there just 4 inches, so you give plenty of room to adjust whether you're on the highest setting or the medium setting or the low setting, depending. And the other thing is that once the foot is down and secure, not only does it provide stability to the piano, but you can't push it. When you're working on it on the underside, you cannot push it off of the triangles. So it solves a lot of different problems. Anything you want to add, Paul?
You can do this just as easily with the lid closed. I'm a creature of habit. I've always done it with the lid open, so. There we go.
Okay.
And I can pull on it really pretty hard.
It's not going over. Okay. All right. Now it's time to get to work. Thank you,
Yes,
Paul.
it is.
All right.